For more than 5 decades, Neil Diamond has stood as one of music's most enduring and beloved figures. His songs have shaped moments of joy, celebration, and reflection for millions around the world. From stadium sing-alongs to quiet personal memories, his voice has remained instantly recognizable across generations. Classics like Sweet Caroline, Cracklin' Rosie, and Song Sung Blue are not just hits. They are cultural touchstones that continue to bring people together. Over time, Diamond's career became more than chart success. It became a shared emotional experience between artist and audience. Even as the music industry changed around him, his work remained timeless. Fans often describe his songs as comforting and familiar, like revisiting an old friend. His journey is not just about fame, but about the lasting emotional connection created through music that continues to live far beyond its original release. The story behind Sweet Caroline. One of Neil Diamond's most iconic songs, Sweet Caroline, has an origin story that has fascinated fans for years. The inspiration reportedly came from a photograph that sparked an idea for a melody and lyrical rhythm. Diamond later shared that the name carried a personal meaning, though he chose it partly for its musical flow. What began as a simple composition soon evolved into something much larger than its original intention. Over time, the song found its way into sporting events, weddings, and public celebrations around the world. Its famous chorus became a unifying moment wherever it is played, inviting audiences to sing together in shared joy. While interpretations of its inspiration have varied over the years, what remains consistent is its impact. Sweet Caroline has become more than a song. It is a global anthem of connection, energy, and collective happiness. Fame, success, and artistic legacy. Throughout his career, Neil Diamond built a legacy defined by both commercial success and artistic depth. With over 130 million records sold worldwide, he became one of the best-selling musicians in history. His songwriting often focused on universal themes such as love, longing, resilience, and identity. This emotional honesty helped his music resonate across cultures and generations. Diamond's influence was formally recognized through honors such as his induction into the Rock and Roll Hall of Fame induction and the prestigious Kennedy Center honors. Yet beyond awards and recognition, his true impact lies in how his music has been woven into people's lives. His concerts were often described as communal experiences, where strangers became united through song. This ability to create connection on such a large scale is one of the defining elements of his enduring legacy. A life reoriented by health challenges. In recent years, Neil Diamond stepped away from touring after being diagnosed with Parkinson's disease, a condition that affects movement and coordination. The decision marked the end of his live performance era, but not the end of his connection to music. For someone who spent decades performing on stage, the transition was deeply personal and required significant adjustment. Rather than focusing on what was lost, Diamond gradually shifted toward a quieter lifestyle centered on reflection, creativity, and family. While public appearances became less frequent, his influence in music remained strong. His condition brought new limitations, but it also reshaped his perspective on life and art. Instead of continuing in the same way, he found meaning in adaptation, embracing slower moments and focusing on what remained possible. This chapter of his life reflects resilience, not retirement from identity, but a redefinition of it. Family as his strongest foundation. Throughout his journey, family has remained central to Neil Diamond's life. He is a father to 4 children from previous relationships, and over the years, they have provided emotional grounding and continuity through the highs and lows of fame. In later life, he often expressed how meaningful it was to spend time with his children and grandchildren, finding joy in everyday moments away from the spotlight. His family life became a source of stability, offering connection beyond his career. While his public identity was built on music, his private identity was shaped by relationships and personal bonds. These connections gave him strength during periods of change and helped him maintain a sense of normalcy. For Diamond, family represents not just support, but legacy. A reminder that life's most meaningful achievements are often found in relationships rather than recognition. Partnership and shared strength. A significant part of Neil Diamond's later life has been his marriage to Katie McNeil. The two met through professional collaboration before their relationship grew into a personal partnership. Married in 2012, they built a life centered on mutual respect, trust, and shared commitment. As health challenges emerged, McNeil became an important source of support in his daily life, helping manage routines and maintaining a sense of stability. Their relationship reflects partnership in its most grounded form, focused not on public image but on everyday care and understanding. Rather than being defined by circumstances, their bond is defined by consistency and companionship. McNeil has often been described as a steady presence, helping ensure that life remains meaningful and connected even when routines change. Their relationship highlights how love can evolve into quiet strength during life's most challenging transitions. A legacy that continues to echo. Even as Neil Diamond stepped back from performing, his music continues to live on across generations. Songs like Sweet Caroline and Forever and Blue Jeans remain widely played and deeply loved. His influence is not limited to records or awards, but is felt in everyday life moments, celebrations, gatherings, and shared memories. For many fans, his music represents continuity, something that connects past and present through sound. Though he no longer tours, his artistic presence remains active through recordings and continued public appreciation. His story reflects a rare kind of longevity in music, where the emotional impact of songs outlasts the stage on which they were first performed. Diamond's legacy is not only about success, but about the ability of music to remain meaningful long after it is created. Closing reflection on an enduring journey. The life and career of Neil Diamond illustrate a powerful combination of artistry, endurance, and emotional connection. From early songwriting success to global recognition, and later to a more private life shaped by health and reflection, his journey has taken many forms. Yet throughout every chapter, music has remained at the center. His work continues to inspire both longtime fans and new listeners discovering his catalog for the first time. While circumstances in life have changed, the emotional core of his music remains intact. His story is ultimately about more than fame. It is about how creativity can endure through time, change, and challenge. And in that sense, Neil Diamond's voice is still very much present, not only in recordings, but in the memories and emotions of those who continue to listen.